This guy, Cody Ko, is a bully. He's a cyber bully, and I fucking hate cyber bullies. Like, I hate it.
A few moments later.
There's a douchebag named Cody Ko.
There's this douchebag named Jake Paul. There's so much stupid on the internet, it's so hard to decide where to start, but Jake Paul stands out this week. He's claiming that another YouTuber by the name of Cody Ko is cyberbullying him, which is hilarious given Jake Paul's history of ridiculousness on the internet and all the terrible things that he's done, but this time he is a victim, and he's a victim of bullying by Cody Ko. I know who Cody Ko is because I have made similar types of videos to him. He also has made videos on Girl Defined, and that's how I first found his YouTube videos, and I thought they were really funny. I think he's hilarious. He's a comedian. Yeah, he attacks people. Most of the times I think those people deserve it. And I felt like I could relate to this story because many people have accused me of cyberbullying in the past, or they said that I was some kind of a bully because my videos were attacking people, but I have always felt 100% justified in attacking these people because they were terrible people. Jake Paul is a terrible person, so if Cody Ko makes videos making fun of him, I think that that's something that he definitely deserves. Most of the time whenever I get accused of this, it's because I've made a Girl Defined video or a Paul and Morgan video or some kind of video on the topic of religion, and people think I'm being a bully because I'm making fun of a channel that literally has videos on there about how transgender people are going to hell and gay people don't deserve to get married. But somehow I'm the bully for making fun of that shit. But enough about me, let's get back into this video where Jake Paul bullies Cody Ko by calling him a bunch of ridiculous names, because hypocrisy is not a thing.
A douchebag named Cody Ko, and we are about to his life up.
Just gonna fuck his life up. That's funny, right?
Is that a good intro?
No, it wasn't. Just kidding, a good intro always has blatant hypocrisy.
Like, one of my biggest haters.
Why does he give himself a pop tag? Isn't this a video? Why does he need to label himself Jake Paul?
Biggest haters. 28-year-old wannabe comedian Cody Ko.
Ooh, wannabe comedian. Okay, well, he is a comedian, and why is he mentions several times throughout this video that he's 28 years old, as though that's too old to be a comedian, or maybe it's too old to be a YouTuber, but there are many very successful YouTubers that are in their 30s or even 40s. We have all this drama between James Charles and Tati, and she's 38 years old and killing it, so I don't really get the point there. And as far as comedian goes, my favorite comedian of all time is George Carlin, and I'm pretty sure he was hilarious all 71 years of his life. Also a total dick, but that's part of what made him hilarious. I wonder how Jake Paul would react to someone like George Carlin just going in on that. Like, that would be a beautiful, beautiful sight to see.
Where I saw this Cody Ko guy for the first time when he was working at Full Screen, which is like a YouTube community network.
It's like a YouTube community network. It's surprising to me that someone as successful as Jake Paul doesn't know what an MCN is. It's a multi-channel network. They literally manage many YouTube channels and help get them deals and better ad rates, and I'm sure he has been or is part of one. So he should know what it is well enough to not seem kind of confused on how to explain it here.
As like a little back-end tech developer.
Cyberbullying is bad, kids, don't forget that, but people have these little back-end jobs, these little insignificant jobs. You know, they don't make millions and millions like I do. The insignificant people have jobs too. And don't forget, bullying is wrong.
And now he just shits on people to become famous. I have one question for you.
Yeah?
What are those?
There are a lot of people who shit on other people on the internet, and Jake Paul is definitely very high up on that list. I don't know if you guys remember that clip that I just played, but that was whenever he was causing such a disturbance to his neighborhood that all of his neighbors were complaining, and a news station actually came out to talk to him about it, and he proceeded to make fun of the man who was interviewing him's shoes. Again, I'm sorry. Bullying is super wrong.
That's it. Negative trolls online.
I hear a lot of people use the word troll, and I feel like incorrectly. I mean, there are many commentary channels, on YouTube, where criticism is the focal point. And just because you are critical of someone and go through point by point and talk about why they're wrong or why you don't like them or why their content is trash, just because you give your honest opinion on something doesn't make you a troll. The way I imagine a troll would be someone who goes out of their way to say hateful things that they don't mean solely for the purpose of pissing someone off. Nothing more. They're not trying to make a point. They're not trying to create any kind of change. They just want to hurt somebody. They just want to make somebody mad, and they might not even use factual information or how they actually feel to do it. Well, that's a troll. My channel is not a troll channel just because someone might not like my opinion. And I think the same thing goes for Cody Ko.
Spread negativity into the earth. I fucking hate it. I don't understand it. And I want to like put a voice up against it.
Yes, I'm so glad that we have Jake Paul to be the voice against bullying and negativity online, because he would never, ever have any part of that.
The Martinez twins, he was like bullying them or some shit. He called them beaners or something.
Damn.
I was like, they're not even Mexican, idiot.
And even that is taken from a clip where Post Malone is talking about how Jake Paul doxed him.
Gonna be honest, some of the neighbors, a lot of the neighbors are complaining. They're very upset.
No, why?
Why? They say that you've created a living hell out here.
But guys, no more negativity.
That it's like a circus.
Yeah, it is.
All the fans.
I mean, but
the
people like
stunts,
going to circuses, right?
The neighbors hate me, but I'm still gonna send it.
I am in shock. How could the voice of positivity and reason possibly do such a thing? And he was involved in so many controversies that Shane Dawson literally had a series on him potentially being a sociopath. But no, by all means, Jake Paul, please bestow your wisdom upon us.
And maybe not support these types of people who are literally causing the youth to be like negative and have like a lot of animosity in their souls.
You know what? On this point, I actually agree with him. I wish that there were less videos out there causing the youth to be so negative and acting out. So if people could just stop watching Jake Paul, I think that that'd be a great start.
Cody Ko has made probably like 10 videos now and dozens of tweets talking shit about not only me, but my brother.
Yeah, Logan Paul definitely doesn't deserve the hate. You know, going to the suicide forest in Japan and filming a dead body and being extremely disrespectful to the culture. He is definitely not the type of person that would ever deserve any kind of criticism. But this clip does kind of explain a lot in the premise of the entire video. Jake Paul isn't mad that Cody Ko is a bully to people online. He's mad that Cody Ko was a bully to him. And by bully, and the reason for the air quotes, I mean criticism. He doesn't like taking any form of criticism, and how dare someone try to criticize him. So you know what? I'm not gonna take it. I'm gonna turn this around on them and be like, you know what? They're bullying me. I'm a victim. So this part's great. Now he goes through to give some examples of how horrible Cody Ko has been to him. He's just said some awful things, right?
To shit on somebody.
Jake Paul, if you don't know, his fan base, he's dubbed them Jake Paulers.
I believe I too have made that joke. I mean, he literally named his fans exactly after his name. My name is Jake Paul, my fans are Jake Paulers. That's funny.
He's dressed up as a minion. I don't know who the made that call. Who signed off on that? Who was like, yeah dude, for your first single ever for the video, you should definitely dress up as the thing that everybody in America hates most.
This is his best example of how nasty Cody Ko can be to him. He's making fun of a minion costume, and this is the face. This is the face Jake Paul was making as he was receiving this very extremely harsh, heart-wrenching, soul-crushing criticism. How could anybody say anything worse? No, not the minions.
I can't imagine like being a human and having this much hatred.
It's not hatred. It's not hatred. It's criticism. He doesn't hate you. He just thinks you're a moron and thinks it's funny and good content.
Inside, like you have to belittle somebody so much that like you're just shitting on every little possible detail.
What are those?
Honestly, I think he's terrible. Like these videos are terrible. I don't even want to watch them.
Then you shouldn't. Just don't. It's amazing how many times he throws out insults in a video where he's literally saying not to insult people online. Again, hypocrisy's not a thing.
The point is, here's some examples of like the people he shit on, the jokes he's made about people. It's just not acceptable.
This is Logan Paul with better hair.
Now that's magic.
Oh, wait, what the kind of M. Night Shyamalan ending was that?
I'm not really sure if that's the right thing. And he's like, come on, just do it. It's not a big deal.
Who the do you want to date?
I'll have my daily dose of vitamins, and I'll make a couple of these health drinks.
Camus powder?
Oh, dude, you're drinking cum powder?
He's just a ball of hatred.
Did any of that come off as super hateful to you, or was he laughing and having a fun time and joking around? And did you catch that Girl Defined clip? And like I said, I've gotten this before. Apparently, criticizing Girl Defined, again, you don't know just by looking at them, but these two blonde girls that are smiley and seem super nice literally say things on their channel about how transgender people, gay people, anyone basically slightly different than them, how they're all going to hell, how transgender people shouldn't be accepted, gay people shouldn't be accepted, they shouldn't be able to get married. It's just, but don't criticize them. No, that would be bullying them.
This guy is 28 years old, like sitting behind the computer making fun of like kids that are younger than him.
So later in this video, he actually confronts Cody Ko in person. It's this weird setup where Cody Ko is doing a video with one of Jake Paul's friends, and that friend was like, hey man, come crash the video because I know he's hated on you before, so you can like come confront him, bro, every day. And Jake Paul says the same thing, like, hey, like, why are you doing these videos on these kids? And he was like, what kids? I don't know if Jake Paul just considers anyone younger than 28 a kid, or if you're not allowed to ever criticize someone that's younger than you. But those two girls are not kids. I didn't see anybody in those clips that he played that were kids, unless of course Jake Paul considers himself a kid and he doesn't want Cody Ko to make fun of him, which is what I think this whole thing is about.
He's definitely crossing the line in a huge way, where if someone was watching this video and it was about them and they didn't have tough skin, that could seriously affect them.
Is it affecting you, Jake? Or are you having a hard time sleeping at night because someone made fun of you? Because that's not something you would ever do to anybody else. You wouldn't make fun of anyone. You wouldn't say mean things about anyone. You wouldn't do things to the detriment of anyone else. You would never bully. So how could someone be so cruel to do it to you? The world isn't fair.
And I can only imagine the ripple effect that this has to his audience, for them to be like in school and be like what the f is that? What's that backpack? What are those?
That clip is just so relevant, this entire video. I won't use it anymore. I won't do it. So now, for the most dramatic moment we've all been waiting for, the confrontation between Jake Paul and Cody Ko.
What's up, fam? Are you trying to find me? What up, fam? Be nice. I don't want to fight.
Yeah, he did kind of approach him in a little bit of an aggressive way. Like, it did seem a little bit more than verbally confrontational, but maybe that's just me. But my favorite part is the guy in the background, apparently his name is Jeff. He keeps directing the scene as though this whole thing might be a skit, which is confusing because Cody Ko seems genuinely caught off guard. But Jake Paul is literally taking instructions from this guy, and they didn't edit it out. There are two different moments in this confrontation where the guy's like, no, Jake Paul, well, walk back in the room, or re-say it this way. And they didn't cut that out.
No, do that again. Sit down.
No, do what again?
Come in, but
Come in what? Nicer?
come in nicer.
I don't know, I thought that was super weird.
Dude, you don't care
You
about
cyberbullies kids, bro.
kids.
You
You're a
cyberbullies
kid.
kids, bro. I don't like that.
Which kids?
I don't like cyberbullies, and you're a cyberbully.
It seems like poor acting. I don't like cyberbullies, and you're a cyberbully.
I don't like cyberbullies, and you're a cyberbully.
Pointing at you, you're the cyberbully.
I'm sorry, man. Hey, man.
You said sorry, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for bullying you.
No, it's not okay, but like, for real, like.
can't tell if he's joking.
No, I'm not joking at all.
Yeah, see, he seems genuinely confused, and I would be too, although I do wish that he didn't just go, I'm sorry for bullying you, because that does give some kind of validation that what he was doing was in some way bullying. And I think, like, honestly, there are so many people that are actually cyberbullied, like people in high school who have their private information put online, people who are tortured every single day with terrible things about them being put online. And I'm sure you guys know, but there are people who have gone as far as to kill themselves as a result of cyberbullying. So it can be a very serious thing. And Jake Paul pretending like his feelings are hurt to get attention and sympathy from people so he can be a victim, by saying that he's getting cyberbullied just because someone's criticizing him, blows my mind. And maybe it's just me, but to call something like that so petty cyberbullying when there's an actual real problem out there, I think it minimizes the real problem. He thinks he's being some kind of grand advocate to stop bullying, but he's taking the seriousness away from it. He's hurting the cause that he's pretending to be the poster child for. He doesn't deserve it.
Like, I'm not joking. Like, for real. Like, there's kids out there, like, I've met girls who you've, like, like gone in on, and like I don't f with it. I don't need to bring up their names to cause drama for them.
I watched PewDiePie's take on this, and he said that this scene was funny because Jake Paul previously showed a clip of two girls, girl defined, that he thinks that Jake Paul is referencing right here. So he's trying to maintain their anonymity, but he already showed a clip of them. I'm not quite sure Jake Paul knows girl defined. That would be friggin' hilarious. I doubt that that's actually the case, but what I do think is the case is that he's talking completely out of his ass and he doesn't have anybody that he's speaking out for because he just cares about himself. He's just mad that he's getting criticized and he's not doing this for anybody else other than him. So yeah, I'm not gonna bring up their names because I don't want to cause drama for them. Well, no. You're not bringing up their names because you don't have them, because it's all about you.
So you're gonna bring Cody to the party?
Yeah, he said sorry, bro. I'll shake your hand for that.
No, just say no.
I appreciate that.
Just say no.
Here comes this guy again, correcting Jake Paul. Like, no. You can't say he can come to the party. Say it again and say, no, you can't come to the party.
No, just say no.
I appreciate that.
Just say no that he can't come to the party.
Oh, no, he can't come.
Okay. Not to mention, I'm sure he's super bummed that he can't go to a Jake Paul party because I heard they're super fun. Multiple women drugged at Jake Paul's house parties. Women reports being drugged during YouTube star Jake Paul's party. Oh my god, 8 girls were reportedly drugged. I mean, geez. Yeah, Cody Ko, you're missing out on these parties, man.
You gotta be able to, if you can dish jokes, you gotta be able to take them.
Yeah, Jake Paul, if you can dish jokes, you have to be able to take them. I think maybe you should take your own advice here, because clearly you're the one struggling with it.
Okay, yes, like some of it's funny, right? Like you clearly have a huge audience, but you're spreading so much negativity.
He keeps saying this, you're spreading so much negativity. Negative this, negativity that. So many times this theme of him just being so negative and bringing that into the world is brought up, and I have an issue with it. I mean, a lot of comedians, like I said earlier, my favorite's George Carlin, and he definitely didn't sugarcoat anything. Some people, like myself, enjoy that style of comedy. Not everything needs to be sunshine and rainbows all the time, and if it were, I think that would drive me crazy. Like, that wouldn't be funny, I would not be entertained, and I would want to leave. There are many people that exist like me in the world that enjoy that form of humor. So, for me, it's bringing me a lot of positivity. He's doing a lot of good. He's bringing smiles to many cynical faces like mine. And that, sir, is a worthy cause.
These are the types of they're not like he's not like a real man. He's 28 years old.
Another insult in an anti-bullying video. All right.
Maybe he's just a sociopath or like something like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to talk about mental health, but like, maybe he has like a mental health issue where he doesn't have empathy for other people.
I don't want to talk about mental health, but did he, again, in an anti-bullying video, just call someone else a sociopath? He just questioned someone that he doesn't know a thing about. He just questioned their mental health in a video. Oh God, in a video about how you're not supposed to bully people online. I can't. Does he not remember, like, not that long ago where the whole internet was discussing whether or not Jake Paul was a sociopath? Did he forget how that made him feel?
He doesn't have empathy for other people.
I mean, even people like me who commented on stuff like that said, no, you know, you really shouldn't judge someone else's mental state. You shouldn't throw accusations out there. You know, you're not a therapist, you're not a psychiatrist, it's not your place. But here we have Jake Paul just, I don't want to talk about mental health, but
I genuinely felt like Cody has zero remorse. He doesn't give a shit. He's not gonna change his ways.
Good. I hope he doesn't. I hope that someone like you can't get into the head of someone like him and actually make him change, because it's not like you presented any kind of evidence or any kind of valid argument or even a reason. Personally, I don't think he's doing anything wrong, and I'm sure if Jake Paul had a clue about what I talked about on my channel, and I'm sure he does not, but if he did, he would say the same shit about me, or maybe even worse. And after watching this, do I have remorse? Do I feel bad for talking shit about girl defined? Hell no, because they deserve that shit and it's funny.
I think the only way he will change, like maybe his processes or his thoughts on everything, is if he faces enough backlash.
Ooh, I feel like this is Jake Paul telling his fans, his millions and millions and millions of subscribers, to hate on Cody Ko. This is like a call to action, like, guys, the only way he's gonna learn is if he gets a lot of backlash. What a dirty move.
I believe that social media creators won't change if they are a bad person unless they receive enough backlash.
This whole video was so petty, and it happened because Jake Paul didn't like the videos that Cody Ko made criticizing him. He can't take the criticism, which explains why he was mad at Cody Ko for making fun of kids. Oh, this was so frustrating to watch and talk about, but I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think Cody Ko is a bully? Do you think my channel is a bullying channel? And maybe you think it is and maybe you support it. So hey, if you guys like my channel full of internet bullying, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I have a Patreon where you can fund the continuation of my bullying. But seriously, YouTube does not like controversial videos. They continue to demonetize me, and the way I am able to continue is because of all of the love and support you guys send me on Patreon. I do believe that I'm doing good things on this channel, regardless of what some, like Jake Paul, might think. So leave a comment, let me know what you think, like this video, share it everywhere, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!
Here you go, the Jake Paulers are the strongest army out there, dab.